Okay, we're going to talk about a circle graph, but first we're going to put it in context. So suppose a company makes $600 in profits. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up the company profits and we're going to compare them to the percents, which is our single column here. Well, between 0 and 600 is 300, and between 0 and 100 is 50. So the 300 will go opposite the 50. And this is basically what we did with our percent video in talking about the scale, the percent scale. Between 0 and 300 is 150, and that's going to go opposite the 25. Between 300 and 600 is 450, and that is going to go opposite the 75. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces in between 0 and 150, 5 equal spaces, so each space is going to be worth 30. 60, 90, 120. So that means all of the spaces here that we have on our grid are going to be equal to 30. So now we have 150 and 30 will be 180, and 180 and 30 would be 210. Then we go to 240, 270, and 300. Then we go to 330, 360, 390, 420, to 450. Then we go 480, 510, 540, and 570. So now what we've done is we've calibrated our profits to the percent. So in other words, 65% of the profits would be $390. $210 would represent 35% of the profits. Now what we want to do is we want to draw a circle graph for this. We want to put it in context so that we have certain profits matching up with certain percents. So let's suppose that we have 3 people. One of the people made $150 of the profits. Another person made $180 of the profits. And another person made $270 of the profits. And what we want to do is we want to draw a circle graph for these 3 people. So let's take the first one. The first person made $150 in profits. That represents 25%. But on a circle, 25% represents 90 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our protractor and we're going to draw an angle of 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, and it's going to be $150. Now the second person earned $180 in profits for the company. That's represented by 30% because the 180 is opposite to 30. But on the circle, that is going to be 108 degrees because 30% of 360 is 180 degrees, 108 degrees. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to draw an additional angle of 108 degrees. And 108 degrees will be right about here. And this is 108 degrees. And that represents $180. And finally, the last person earned $270 of the profits, which is 45% of the profits. But 45% of the 360 degrees is going to be 162 degrees. So now we must draw an angle of 162 degrees. So we put our 0 here. And 162 degrees turns out to be basically this point right here. So this whole angle right in here is 162 degrees. And this represents, 162 degrees represents $270. And there we have our circle graph for our data. We started with the idea that the company made $600 in profits. And we looked at three people. One person made $150 of the profits, another person made $180 of the profits, another person made $270 of the profits. And in order to draw the circle graph, what you do is you look at the percent that they made. This person made $150, it was 25%, that was 90 degrees, you draw the 90-degree angle, and you do it for each of those. So it's a matter of taking the amount, finding the percent, and then finding the percent of the circle for that percent.